So a common thing I've come across, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, it's enforcing terms. Now, there's a difference between a term and a condition. A condition is generally a clause that you insert at the beginning of the contract and that you work towards completing during the contract phase. So, if you put subject to inspection and you remove that inspection condition, the contract doesn't become enforceable until that. It doesn't become a binding agreement until those conditions have been met. Whereas a term is typically something that's requested from the buyer for the seller, or sometimes the other way around, um, but isn't technically enforceable. It's just, please do this for me before closing. But a lot of people go into it with the mindset thinking that this will be enforced and that they should expect a specific thing to be fixed or dealt with prior to closing. So yes, generally most people are good and they will get this done. But I have had friends, family, clients, all sorts of individuals that have had to have gone through this where they put a term in the contract, and I've made this mistake before myself. That's how I learned. So you put the term in the contract, something like the buyer or the seller agrees to paint the garage, or in this example here, the seller agrees to have all refuse removed from the property prior to December 15th, 2018, as an example. That's not good enough. So the enforceable solution to that would be the seller agrees to have all refuse removed from the property prior to December 15th, 2018. If the refuse have not been removed prior to completion, the seller agrees to a cash holdback of $2,000. Now, typically, you'll want that incentive. You'll want the cash back figure to be, somewhat painful, and you'll have to, of course, have the seller agree to this because you'll want them to prefer getting the work done over the cash holdback at the end of the transaction. Now, these are very challenging to put into the contract when you have multiple offer bids, but now that we're heading into a more relaxed marketplace where the buyers have the flexibility to do these sort of things, you can start, really getting away with including these things in your contract to ensure that when you take possession of your property, it's in the state that you'd like it in, because legally, it only has to be in the state that you saw it in initially. Whereas if you are requesting a specific term to be enforced, it's not good enough just to put, please do this. You need, please do this, otherwise this. Otherwise, we'll hold back $2,000 if you don't paint the garage by time closing is done. Or if you don't present the work as being done by a certified professional, then the cash holdback of $1,000 or whatever. So you just want to word it in such a way. So make sure that you consult a lawyer or your realtor, or you can come to me with your questions, leave them in the comments below, and I would be happy to assist you with any issues that you may have around purchasing or selling and enforcing terms. Definitely something to keep in mind. It is a common problem in the industry. I find people jump the gun when purchasing. And that's everything I wanted to talk about today. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for future content, please leave them in the comments below or send me a direct message. Next week or the following week, I'm probably going to get into tackling affordability some more. I know lots and lots of young people that are struggling to afford with affordability here in Victoria and in Vancouver and in BC alone. It's understandable. My last episode, I discussed income level to housing prices and the difference between what it was in 1970s versus what it was now. And it is quite a drastic difference. So home buying then is a lot different than it is now. So you kind of have to approach it from, a business standpoint, not just I'm buying a home to live in. I like to cover, I'm going to start going over solutions for how you can buy your home, get into your home, and then use it as a bit of an income stream for yourself to, reduce that monthly mortgage payment so that you can, continue to work without having to worry about, being house poor and paying down that mortgage with the expensive housing costs there are now. So I'll get into that some more in future episodes. And I know it's a passion of mine. It's an interest of mine as I'm going through it myself, but it is a common thing. And, lots of the millennials and the younger generations are having a hard time getting into the market now. So looking for solutions to tackling that affordability, in terms of down payment or coming up with the down payment, paying the mortgage, getting yourself financially free in some instances if you're willing to take it to that level. lots of things. So feel free to shoot questions and bounce them off me. I'm always available to answer your guys' questions. You can reach out to us via email, website. There's my cell phone there at the bottom left, and then of course message or comment below on the stream. Anyways, guys, hope you have a great day and take care, and we'll catch you next time.